What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Buildit video. And today we're going to be doing an extremely important video. So for those of you who have heard about the Missy's Building Guide, I did a Missy's Building Guide video several months ago, maybe about 8 or 9 months ago, I believe. And since then, the game has had a lot of changes. Now, I've updated some things, documents, and videos of those changes. You know, because it was one here, one there. But now it's become where there's been so many changes and so much time has passed that I wanted to redo the Missy's Building Guide video in full. So we're going to be doing a full walkthrough of how to build a perfect city from start to level 24 technically. This is what I call the foundation period of your city. So it does not matter if you want a high pop city, an omega city. It does not matter if you want a city for design. You're going to follow this guide to have the perfect city as far as efficiency. So as many of you guys know, if you've been watching my channel, and mind you, you should subscribe if you haven't already because I put out videos all the time. Okay, so as many of you guys know, I'm all about playing as efficiently as possible. Okay, so when I wrote this guide, I wrote it under the pretenses that you would want to make all of the right decisions. So originally what had happened was I had made a lot of mistakes very early on when I started playing. Like many of you, I leveled way too quickly. I didn't upgrade my storage. I didn't camp long enough. I made mistake after mistake after mistake. I wasted cash on things I shouldn't have. And I thought to myself, you know, how good could I do if I was to restart? Knowing what I know now, what could I do and how would I do it? And I started to think about it going, well, okay, what would be the best level to camp? And what would be, you know, the most efficient way to make money? What should I spend my cash on? All that kind of stuff. All of that stuff is going to be answered in today's video. So the very first thing you need to do is you need to make the decision to restart. Okay, now that you've done that and you want to know, you know, exactly what you need to do to make a perfect city. I do not care what your city goals are. You still follow this particular guideline, but you should have an idea of what your city goals are so that you have something in the back of your mind that you know to work on. For instance, with the Missy's Building Guide, you're going to level up. You're going to go through the tutorial. Now, I advise that you connect this city immediately to some kind of a save. Now, what I have information on that, on how to connect your Facebook, you know, your new Facebook and all that good stuff. So the very first thing that you need to do is you need to lay down a regular residential zone. Now, at this time, you're going to be upgrading regular residential homes and you're going to be doing, you know, making nails and things like that. So during this time, between levels 1 and 10, you want to upgrade your storage as much as you can. That is the #1 priority, is getting your storage upgraded. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people are misinformed. They believe that they need to camp a really low level in order to max out their storage, that they can't go past level 11. I don't know where that started. That myth is, just erase that from your mind, okay? If I tell you that you can level up safely, that means that you can safely level up. Now, the problem is that a lot of people end up traumatized from the first time around. They level too quickly. So they want to remain low level so that they can benefit and upgrade their storage, but they end up actually hurting themselves more than if they would have just followed the Missy's Building Guide. Okay, so at this time, you are just starting out. You're going to be setting your roads up to never need upgraded again, okay? So right here, what this guide offers is in about 3 to 4 months, you will have completed about 80% of this guide, depending on how much you play and how well you follow the plan. Now, this guide here, some of the stuff in the guide is not updated, okay? I haven't had time to type out the latest and greatest updates, and that is why I'm doing this video, to clarify any of the errors in this guide. So, we're going to go through what you will have completed when you're done with the Missy's Building Guide. Now, this is under the pretenses that you are purchasing the season pass. If you are not purchasing the season pass, it will take longer to, upgrade storage and dozer. Now, when this guide was written, the contest of mayors was not unlocked at level 11. It was unlocked at level 18, making it even more beneficial for you to speed level. And then we also had a technical error where people weren't getting epic projects unlocked when they hit level 24. So they would camp low level for 5-6 months. They'd put all this work into their city and they'd get to level 24 and it would be garbage because they couldn't do epics. Now, I was able to fix that issue, which again, I have videos on, for about 90% of the players. But there are still some out there that are still experiencing this issue. Okay, so it's still very risky to not level up to level 24. But what you will need to do is you will want to meet the requirements for the Missy's Building Guide at these level points. So usually what I tell people to do is for the first 10 levels, level 1 through 10, you're going to try to have right around 200 storage by the time you hit level 10, okay? Now, one of the things that people do is they sell their rares for coin or for services to keep their people happy. Do not do that. Rares are the #1 most important thing. Do not sell them under any circumstances should you sell your dozer, your VU, or your storage, especially your storage and dozer. The moment that you can start unlocking land, absolutely make that a priority as well. Because here's what's going to happen. When you get to the Mega League, you're going to have those land assignments and they are going to flood your list and they will hurt you. So you need to get your land unlocked as fast as you possibly can. And in the lower leagues, you want to get those assignments done. So if you are in the lower leagues, you've hit level 11 and you see expand city, absolutely do it. But you're going to avoid any beach or mountain upgrades. Do not unlock your beach or your mountain at all unless it's in the Mega League and you're doing an assignment. Okay? Now, between levels 1 and 10, this is pretty basic stuff. You're going to be doing house upgrades. I have a playlist that says the Missy's Building Guide walkthrough. And I haven't had time to kind of pick up where I left off. I stopped, I believe, at walkthrough 14. If you want to know exactly step-by-step what to do, you can watch those videos. But between levels 1 and 10, you're going to be upgrading homes. You're going to refresh the building guides. You're not going to put any kind of real money into your upgrades. For instance, if your building guides or if your building plans for the houses are asking you for like 20 nails, do not do that at all. Refresh it and get that price lower. That's just ridiculous. If you have a feeder city, you can transfer coins. If you're able to transfer coins, buy the largest police, fire, and hospital when it becomes available. Now, if you watch my walkthrough cities, you'll see that I allow the happiness to drop a little bit in order to make money for the largest service. And that is because it's more beneficial. What ends up happening is people whittle away their coins buying the lower ones, and then they end up with all these buildings on their map, and they end up wasting a lot of coin. Do not do that. The happiness of your people is important, and it does control your taxes. However, taxes are not that important to where they're going to make or break you. Okay? You can afford to have your happiness drop a little bit for a couple of hours. It's not going to be the end of the world. Now, it's very easy to get your happiness back up. Again, I have videos on all that stuff. But one of the very important things that you need to do the moment that you get a chance is you need to set your roads up to never need upgraded again. This is an extremely important thing that needs done as quickly as you can get it done. The moment that you can buy parks or, pick a particular building, you need to watch my Never Upgrade Roads Again video. You're going to work on getting your 3 red roads, and again, that's pretty in detailed information, so you're going to have to watch that video, but that is the very first thing that you need to do is set your city up to where you're not upgrading your roads. Because what happens is very, very, very early on, your roads are going to want to be upgraded, and it's going to take a lot of your coin, and you don't need to do that. There's a way that you can set your roads up where you never need to upgrade again, and your happiness does not drop, okay? So get those set up so that you can save some coin. Now, at this time, you should be, yes, boosting your population because you need to unlock your VU tower as quickly as possible and the airport as quickly as possible. So what can you do to boost your population? What you want to do is you want to buy the, there's the education category, the transportation category, and then you have the beach and the mountain, but you're not going to be unlocking those just yet. So between levels 1 and 10, you're going to be working on upgrading storage, upgrading land, getting your 3 red roads set up, getting only regular residentials built. Now, this is an extremely important detail. It is very important that you only build regular homes, and it's very important that you build them to a maximum upgrade. What you do not want to have happen is you do not want to have other homes on your map because they cannot be converted to epic projects. The only type of home that can be an epic is a regular home. So the idea here is that when you hit level 24, you're going to start upgrading those homes to epic projects, all gold epics, okay? No silver, no bronze, all gold. Because at this time, this is when your epics are going to be at their cheapest. So it's going to cost you much less to do your epic projects at level 24 versus like level 30 or higher. So as of right now, you're going to only build regular homes. Any other home on your map is a waste of experience. You do not bulldoze any houses at all, okay? Now, the type of service that you need to buy, I have videos on that as well. But the best service that you can buy is the water tower, the garbage incinerator, I believe that's the one, and the sewage pumping station, and then I'll have to show you guys. I'll open my game up at the near the end of this video. Now, what you will have completed with this in 3 to 4 months' time, depending on how much you play, realistically, you'll be right around 600 storage. You will have unlocked all 4 maxes. You should have 1 mega at least 5 or 6 times because of the fact that you can climb the leaderboard quicker than level 18 now. You can start playing calm at level 11. You should have all your beach, land, mountain upgraded, and you should have every single home on your map converted to a gold epic, right? This is what you will have completed when you complete the Missy's Building Guide. Now, at this time, you should have right around 3,000 platinum keys and 3,000 gold keys. You'll also have some war cards unlocked. So it's very important that you follow this guide. Every single person that has done this guide has had this result. Okay? This is extremely efficient. The way that this guide is written is very, very important. Okay? So when you hit level 10, a lot of people tell you to camp level 10 or 11 for a long time and just farm storage. Now, I have several videos talking about why this is not the most efficient way to go about it. One is coin. Okay, it's hard to get coin at that level because you're not producing donuts. And donuts is a main money maker in the game, is producing flour and donuts full time. Now, what you're going to want to do, because this is one of the changes that I was talking about, is you're going to want to upgrade your homes, right? And get them to a maximum upgrade so that you have 35 homes by the time you hit level 18. You have to have 35 homes in order to participate in war, right? Now, here's the thing. When you camp level 10 or 11 and you try to do the Contest of Mayors, you don't have tokens. You end up in Mega without being able to participate in War. Meaning, when you finally do level up, you have absolutely no War cards unlocked at all. And then you end up getting these upgrade War assignments, like War card tasks. And you don't have any War cards to upgrade because you haven't been utilizing this time properly and getting those War points. So what ends up happening is you end up falling behind by staying low level. You can unlock the same amount of storage, if not more, by going up a couple levels, because you can only have as many depots accessible to you as you allow. Meaning that how many people here, when you open up the global market, you don't see a full list of items in the HQ. You only see maybe 4 boxes most of the time. Now, the problem is that everybody level 10 is doing exactly what you're doing. So there's really little items to be farmed there. Now, when you go up to level 11, you unlock the Contest of Mayors Pass, meaning you can start earning those rewards from the pass, which is a huge benefit, right? Now, another benefit is that you can go up to level 18. This allows you to unlock more depots without dropping your algorithm drastically. Your algorithm does not drop hardly at all from level 10 to level 18. It's actually very safe to go up. It's even safe to go all the way to level 24. You don't notice a huge algorithm drop until about level 25. Now, level 25 is a huge jump to make, and it should not be made lightly. Level 24 is what I advise people to do. I advise people to speed level, making only regular residential homes, trying to get as many of those at a maximum upgrade as possible, and then camping level 24 for as long as you can, and you're going to stack up coins, you're going to stack up cash, you're going to do your epics, you're going to sit there and you're going to win the Contest of Mayors week after week by following all of my Contest of Mayors tips. And this is where everybody's at, okay? Everybody in my training course, they pretty much win every week unless they go against a hacker. And they're all at the same position. They're all buying their 4th maxes. They all have over 3,000 platinum keys, unless they bought their epic pointers. They're all sitting between 500 and 700 storage, and they've all been playing 6 months or less. Okay, so most of them don't have feeders. Most of them are 100% self-sufficient. If they do have a feeder, it's usually the high-level city that's garbage, and they end up usually just feeding coins to it. You do not need a feeder to be successful. You just have to play efficiently, and it can be done. Now, what will happen is if you fight leveling up, you really hurt yourself because technically you're not making a mistake that's irreversible, you know, because you're not leveling up. But what you're doing is you're wasting time. Basically, look at it like this. You can complete, let's say you can complete 50 things in 4 months' time if you level up, but you can complete 20 things by not leveling up. That's basically what happens. When you level up, you're multitasking. You're able to get all of these things done without having to have it take you a year versus 6 months because you're doing multiple things at once. Now, in this guide, there is a section where it says that you can upgrade airport homes, 1 upgrade each, for a total of 10 airport homes. Now, originally when that was written under the pretenses that you would be basically... The reason that was written was so that people could unlock their stuff in the landmarks category immediately after going up to level 30. So the moment that they hit level 30, that they would be able to buy those landmarks. Now, it became more prevalent to me that, you know, a lot of people, they really don't want landmarks like that badly to the point where they're willing to take about 2 epics less in order to have that happen then. So what ends up happening is basically what it comes down to is if you're somebody who really likes landmarks, okay, and when you hit level 30 is a huge step in the game. You're basically saying you're done playing the Contest of Mayors competitively and that you are ready to start designing and that you have completed everything. Now, at that point, you would be able to do some house upgrades because you're going to need about 10 Tokyo, 10 Paris, and 10 London to meet some of the requirements for the buildings. So the reason that I wrote it that way was so that that requirement was met the moment that you hit level 30. But a lot of people don't care much for several of those buildings, or if they did, they would be able to upgrade it at that time rather than now and have it waste 2 of their epics. So I decided to make that change to only regular residentials. So the only reason that you would be upgrading for airport would be if you wanted them available when you hit level 30. And it only goes for certain buildings within that category. For instance, the Eiffel Tower, the Tokyo Castle, those ones are the ones that require that. Now, you can do that at a later time, which is what I suggest. I suggest that you build all regular residential homes. So to recap what you're going to be doing, what I advise people do is that you start your city, you spend only cash on upgrading your shop slots, you're going to do your city journal, and any cash that you get, you're going to do your building supply store first, your barn, and your hardware store. You're going to try to keep them as equal as possible, okay? Now, you're going to make nails, you're going to make veggies, flour, you're going to produce as much as you can, as efficiently as you can. You're not going to spend any cash on anything that is, not a shop slot. Now, what you want to have happen is you want to work your way in the lower leagues. You don't want to spend any cash in the lower leagues to do any assignments. When you get to about level 10 or so, and you start to need to boost your pop, you're going to have to boost your population in order to unlock the VU Tower and the airport. Now, if you don't level up, it's going to be harder for you to obtain coin, right? So what you should do is you should level up, and then when you hit that level 18, you can start making donuts. And this will give you about $30,000 every 1,440 minutes, which is a 24-hour period. That included with your taxes and all your other shops, you're going to be bringing in about $87,000 a day if you run my production plan the way I have written. So you can unlock the airport and the VU Tower. Now, which one should you unlock first if you have enough coin for one or the other? You should unlock the VU Tower first, okay? Because the VU Tower, you can start... depending on what level you are. So here's the thing. If you're a lower level first, go ahead and start unlocking the VU Tower because it's going to be of more use to you in terms of getting gold keys. But if you have speed level to level 18, you're going to want to unlock the airport first because you're going to want to do those assignments. But here's the thing. When you're in the lower leagues, you're going for quick, fast, easy points. Now, if you're still in the lower leagues in Mega or in the Contest of Mayors, the airport does you no good at all. You're only going to be doing airport assignments once you hit Mega. So unlocking it before then does you no good. And leaving it locked does not keep it from being in your list. You're still going to get those assignments whether you have it unlocked or not. But unlocking the VU Tower early allows you to not only earn coin, but it allows you to get those Contest of Mayors tasks done quickly. So when you're low level, you don't have tokens. And you don't want to spend cash when you're only, competing against a very low competitive group, and the prize is not very good. So what you want to do if you're below level, 18 or if you're in the lower leagues, is you want to unlock the VU Tower. Now, most of you will have trouble meeting the population requirements, so what should you do? Which category should you buy in order to boost that population? What you're going to do is you're going to buy the transportation category first. And the reason for this, and I'm going to open my game and show you. So when you guys buy the education category, you have to buy a number of schools in order to meet the requirements to buy the good schools, the ones that boost your pop, 40, 50% or whatever. And they're slightly expensive. But the transportation category, you don't have to buy a whole bunch of stuff. All you have to do is buy the one. And it's cheaper. So for 20 keys, you can boost your population to 50% with the heliport and only spend 20 gold keys and only have to buy one building. Whereas the education category, it's a whole different thing. You got to buy like 4 buildings before you can buy the good one. And you have to be a certain level. So I'm going to show you guys real quick what I'm talking about here. Okay, so right here. Let's say that you are level 12, 13, 14, whatever, and you're trying to boost your population in order to earn enough to get the airport. Which parks should you buy? Which buildings should you buy? So here, if you have to pick between these two, pick this one. It's double the pop boost for 1,000 coins more. Okay, so that's a good park to buy. Now, very, very early on, another good park to buy is this one here is 8,000 for 25% boost. This one here is a 30% boost, but it costs just a little bit more. It's an excellent option though. And then you have like some of these other, options that become more expensive. Don't spend any gold keys or any platinum keys that you don't absolutely have to. Now what you want to do is you want to look at you're going to type in SimCity Buildit MissyAnne and you're going to join us on Facebook. And we have a announcements section that shows all of the epic projects, or you can go to Google and type in SimCity Buildit epic projects poster. And it will show you the type of epics per category. So for those of you who don't know this, when you have a regular residential home and you decide to do an epic project, the category that you choose determines what type of home you get. So you want to make sure that you are building the type of epic that you actually like the look of, not the one that you have the most pointers for, the one that you like the look of. And you want to plan around that so that you have the most pointers for the category you desire. For instance, this here is the mountain category. They are the only category that is short when it comes to epic projects. Now, this category is not able to be unlocked until level 22, okay? So you're not going to be able to, buy any of your epic pointers until that level. And when it comes to which buildings that you should purchase for that, I, again, have videos on all that stuff where I go through each and every category and I tell you the best options to purchase. But you do not want to purchase anything that you don't have to that isn't a 3-pointer or higher, okay? So when you hit level 24, a part of your menu will become available and it will say epic points. See where it says 1 epic point? That means that that building gives you 1 epic point when you start an epic project. Now you want to go for buildings that have it 3 or higher, and you want to put your 1s and 2s in storage before starting your epic. Now when you do the education category, when you want to boost your population, the only ones that really become available to you is these 3. Okay, this one is level 30. You have to be level 30 to unlock this one. This one you have to be level 17. Level, don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's lower. And then this one. Now, this is 27 keys. This is 10 platinum keys or 11 platinum keys. And then this one here is like 360 cash or something. Now, see how it says the requirement is the community college? So the community college has a requirement that you need the high school. And the high school requires that you need the public library. And that requires that you need this, the Department of Education. So you have to buy like 4 buildings just to buy the building that would be beneficial to you. And as you can see here, this building is actually quite large. And it's 27 keys. So this is not the best option in terms of boosting your pop. Now, in terms of how to boost your pop for cheap, you would go with the transportation category. So in this category, you can get a 3-pointer saying that you liked the transportation epics, but even so, saying that you didn't, it's a 50% pop boost. It only takes up 4 squares on your map, and it's only 20 gold keys, and you only have to buy the Department of Transportation. You don't have to buy 4 other buildings. This would be the best thing to boost your pop with the transportation category. Now, you've got the heliports, and you've got the parks, okay? Between the heliports and the parks, if you evenly distribute them, you should be able to unlock the airport and the VU tower just fine with those. You can also boost your pop with beach or mountain if you have hit Mega and you have unlocked any of those buildings, okay? And again, I have videos on how, the best buildings to boost pop with, the best epic pointers to buy, the best ways to make money. I've got videos on all this stuff, you guys. So basically, what you guys are doing is you're going to speed level to 24, making only regular residential homes, setting your roads up to never need upgraded, making as much coin as possible, boosting your pop just enough to meet the minimum requirements to compete in Mega, spending all of your cash on only shop slots while leaving yourself about 200 cash to compete with when you hit Mega. Now, what you want to aim for is you want to have all of your shop slots at a maximum capacity. In this guide, I tell you which shops are more important than others if you have to pick between the two. The barn and the donut shop are important when it comes to making money. The building supplies store, which is your nail store, again, is extremely important when it comes to making money. Then you've got the hardware store, the furniture store, and the garden store. The garden store is the least important out of all of these. So if you have to pick one to have less slots, if you're unable to purchase a bunch, the garden store would be the least important. So the hardware store, you're going to make things like hammers, tape measures, and the furniture store, you're going to be making a lot of chairs, and you're going to be making a lot of donuts and flour, okay? You're going to collect your taxes every 24 hours, and you're going to do as many epic projects as you can, as efficiently as you can. Once you hit level 24, you can start converting those. You cannot convert any home with a clipboard on it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on your city's journal, and you can leave, if you have issues with like accidental purchases or whatever, you can leave that stuff uncollected in your city journal, which your city journal you can locate by clicking the government tab here like this, and it highlights anything that would be a government issued building. So for instance, this mayor's mansion here, this here is your city's achievements, okay? Now normally there's cash prizes in here. Look through these, see if there's any that you can meet easily and collect in on those cash prizes. Any video ads that pop up, watch them and try to get some cash built up. When you build up your cash, stores are the most important thing. Do not buy rares with cash at all at this level. It is not a good idea to buy rares with cash at this level. It's a waste of cash. Now, if you're somebody who spends real money on the game and you see one of those cash bundle promotions where it's like 60% off, then sure, yeah, go ahead. But buying just one is a huge ripoff, absolute ripoff. If you are really hurting for space and you really can't find the one that you need and you're not in a group to trade with other members, then yeah, I would probably buy the one. But it's really important that you unlock your shop slots. When you hit level 18, you're going to start, playing competitively, I'm assuming. But you can join a group, okay? And when you join that group, you are going to, you're going to need to be able to pre-prep your assignments, okay? And if you do not have tokens unlocked, you cannot afford 2 days of downtime for one stupid assignment, meaning that you need to be able to have 11 items done and ready for pickup. And if you don't have those items done, you're going to need to spend a token, right? And you don't have tokens at that. So if you only have like 4 slots unlocked, you're going to be really hurting for time. Now, this is why it's so important that you level up to 24 so that you can utilize those tokens, so you can start getting those epic projects done, so you can get into a group, so you can start earning those war cards. So let's talk about how you need to do your war assignments. So here's the thing. When you get to the Contest of Mayors, about 30% of your assignments are going to be war assignments. And they are almost all premium assignments. They are excellent tasks to save you money and coin. But here's the thing. One of the assignments that's really easy is a upgrade war card assignment. It's worth 3,000 points always. Now, when you guys, this is one of the updates that changed. We used to have war chest assignments, and now we don't. Now we have the VU pass. So when you guys hit level 18 and you join a group, the war feature is going to become available to you, right? You're going to start earning those war cards, which you can do on the monster, but that's not going to be enough. But here you're going to unlock your war card feature, okay? So the way that this works is the numbers on the bottom of the card are the amount of cards required to do the next upgrade. Each attack goes up in damage when you upgrade it, right? So what you do is you click on the card that you desire, and once you've met the requirements, it'll tell you the cost to upgrade it. Now it's either platinum keys or gold keys. Now here, as you can see, this one wants 64 gold keys. I have 47 cards out of the 30 required. So once I do this upgrade, the next upgrade, I'll have 17 cards towards my next upgrade, right? And each time the cost goes up in keys and cards required. So what you need to do is you need to launch as many war attacks as possible to earn points towards this pass here. And then you collect the top part of the pass. If you want to collect the bottom part of the pass, you have to pay. And you have to pay each and every tier. So if you buy the first tier, you pay $2.99. Then the second tier is $5.99, and then I believe the third tier is $12.99. That's for the U.S. The prices are different depending on what you play on and where you play. But either way, you have to pay for each tier. Now, all of the rewards within here are pretty much war-related besides a couple of the coins. Now, what's going to happen here is you're going to get war simoleons, which can be used in the war store. Now, these should be used to buy boosters. And the boosters that you want to buy are Jackpot Boosters. They're red and they have a star with a plus symbol on the inside. Those allow you, when you put them on the city that you're attacking, they allow you to earn double points when you attack that city. Anytime that you see a Jackpot Booster, so every 40 minutes or so, this shop will update. You're going to buy your Jackpot Boosters and you're going to stock them up. Every time that you get a good amount of attacks ready, you're going to launch a jackpot and earn as many points as you can. Then you're going to hold off on upgrading until you have an upgrade assignment, and you're only going to do those assignments in the Mega League. Now, what you may have to do before you get to Mega is you may have to wait until you can unlock something good. Like, let's say you're not quite in Mega yet, but you have enough cards to unlock like one of the really high point tasks or cards. I would do it so that you can earn those points faster. So let's say I'm level 20 and I'm in Metro and I have enough cards to unlock the B movie. I would absolutely unlock it without that assignment at least once, because I can start earning a lot of points and unlocking this much faster, right? Now, what you want to do is you want to have at least one common, one rare, and one legendary attack at the minimum, okay? So if you have to pick a common, what you're probably going to end up having is this is the one the game usually starts you out with, right? Now, this one is excellent, okay? It has a low energy cost with a high damage in return. So this one would be a good one. And then as far as the rare goes, I like the Flying VU robot because it unlocks ammo crates. And because when you get hit and because you're low level, you can do these war deliveries for fairly cheap and get a $3,000 ammo crate in return that you can sell for coin, which is excellent. So I would pick the Flying VU robot if possible, and then I would pick either the Not in Kansas because you can launch it 3 times within 1 energy bar. You have 12 energy when you launch your attacks. And once that energy is used up, you have to wait for it to regenerate. It uses 4 energy, meaning you can launch it 3 times before you run out of energy. So if you get an assignment for a launch legendary war attack 3 times, you know that you can do that assignment all in one shot because you can hit them 3 times in a row. Then you'd have to wait for more energy. Now, if you were to, let's say, get a launch 3 legendary war attack and you had to use only this, it would be a while, right? Because this uses 8 energy. So you would probably have to pump up your energy with a booster. Now, you want to keep, track of the timer on your jackpots. And if you are new to the whole war thing, I have beginner war videos that explain all this stuff in detail. But essentially, when it comes to the Missy's Building Guide, when it comes to being most efficient, you want to earn as many points as you can, unlocking as many boosters and as many war cards as you can. But do not unlock them unless it's for the contest or unless it's to unlock like 1 so that you can earn, a bunch of points. Okay. What else? Oh, the services. So when it comes to services, the most efficient besides the Mega, which you're not going to have Omega services until you hit level 30. When it comes to coin versus service coverage, there's a couple options here. So this one provides you no pollution square, okay? But this one is better in terms of you get more coverage for your value of coins spent. The only difference is this one does not have a pollution square. This one does not have a pollution square. You do not have Omega unlocked yet, so what's the best option? The best option is the middle one, the basic Sewage. This is your best option in terms of coin for service value, okay? This one is not a good option. You only get 7 for 4,000. This one, you get 28 for 12,000, okay? So this one offers you much more. Now, for the water, this one has no pollution, this one has no pollution. None of the water have pollution. This one is more bang for your buck, basically, okay? Now, again, we're not talking Omega, we're talking just for the regular services. You should buy this one. It takes up less space, and it covers more for your coin value, okay? Okay. Now, when it comes to power, there's a lot of options here. But if you're talking in terms of what is the best for coin to service value, the coal power plant is going to be your best option. It provides you 12 coverage for 4,500. Also, there is a assignment in your city journal that says, provide so much coal power to certain amounts of residents. So you'll be meeting that requirement as well. Now, it's going to take up a little more space on your map, but it's easier to place, and it is the best option until you can buy the Omega plan, okay? The next one would be waste management. And in terms of the coin to service value, the garbage incinerator is your best option. It provides you 40 coverage for 15,000, but it does have a pollution square. So you will need to put that away from the homes. The recycling center is oddly shaped, and it it does not have a pollution square. But in terms of coin versus service, it's crap. Okay? All right. That covers that. So you've got your roads taken care of. You've got your services taken care of. You've got your police, health, and fire. Let's talk about that. When you have the opportunity, what you should do is you should buy the hospitals. Basically, you should be buying the biggest one that you can. Okay? So here's how the taxes kind of work, just in brief. What happens is they are calculated on three things: city pop, city level, city happiness. They did not want low-level players to not have any taxes because they didn't have many people. So when you fall below a certain amount of happiness, you get a lower percentage of a boost, basically. But it doesn't mean that if you drop 1, 2, 3%, that you're going to fall below that 20% increase. So you can drop down a little bit on the happiness, and it's going to basically have little to no effect on you. Okay? You're getting a 20% increase if you have 100% happiness, right? So if you fall 10% happiness, you're not going to fall that much on the increase in terms of money. Then you have to take into consideration that it doesn't take it all out in one lump sum, right? So if you were to get paid your taxes once a day, it would take out more. But if you've already collected them and you know that it's only going to be, let's say, 10 hours or whatever until you can get enough money put together, you're going to lose little to nothing by allowing your happiness to drop. What ends up happening is players worry too much about that. They end up buying a really bad service because that's all they can afford, and they end up losing even more money than they would have just allowing the taxes to drop and the happiness to drop. I mean, think about it. You collect your taxes, and you earn maybe, let's say you earned 100 taxes in 2 hours or something. Let's just say that. And you already had enough coin after that 2 hours to get your happiness back up. You pretty much lost like nothing, if anything. But let's say you don't do that, and you buy the wrong thing because that's all you can afford. Now you're stuck with something that you really don't want, that barely covers what you need, and you end up wasting quadruple the money. So let your happiness drop. If you need to let your happiness drop to earn enough coins to get what you need to get, then do that. Do not be one of those people that just barely meets the requirements and chisels away like one chunk at a time. Okay? Try to make sure you're selling all your items for max. Do not sell any items for free or base price. That's an absolute ripoff. Okay? I know some items are hard to sell. If you're not in a group, then just leave them advertised. And if you don't want your depot on global, put them all the way to the right and just leave them be. But you can knock them down like 1, 2, 3 pennies just to jumble up the price. But make sure that you're selling all of your stuff for max. Never sell your rares. I cannot voice that enough. There is no reason whatsoever to sell them. There is not one thing more important in this game than getting your storage and your land unlocked. Meaning, if you have to sell any other item in your inventory to make space, do it. But do not sell your rares. It's not worth the chump change that you get. Okay? All right. Another thing. You have these bubbles that pop up on your map, and they offer to buy things. Now, they can go up to about a 30% increase on the price. So keep a very good eye on those. If you see, let's say you get a bubble for this coin bubble, okay? And let's say it's offering you X amount. Go do the math and see how much more you're getting if you sell to the bubble or if you sell to global. And if it's not a good deal, then hit no thanks. And then you'll get a new offer when the time comes up. These are an excellent way to make money. This is kind of how burger farming originated. What essentially burger farming is people go on global, they buy a ton of burgers, and then they sell the burgers for the price increase. Now, what became annoying about it is you get a 30% increase, yes, but you have to basically dump off all your inventory, and you basically have to farm burgers all day long and then sell them to the game. Now, a lot less people make burgers because they're just not beneficial to make and produce. And making burgers is the worst item that well, one of the worst items that you can make because of the fact that it cuts out opportunity for every other shop. And I've talked about this in several of my money making videos. You should not be struggling for coin. You should not be struggling in terms of really much of anything if you follow my guide 100%. Get your roads done. Absolutely, play efficiently. Do not be one of the people that makes the mistake and camps too damn long, okay? That is the number one mistake that a lot of you guys are making with the Missy's Building Guide. You're taking everything I'm saying and then you're camping level 10 way too long. It is not necessary. I promise you. I would not tell you to level up if I didn't know for a fact that you would be okay. Now, every single person that I have ever told this to that did not listen to me that finally leveled up, I have yet to have one come back to me and say they regret it. They all say they should have done it sooner. And they regret not leveling sooner. That's what they all say. They're like, I should have just listened to you. You're right. Because it's so much better. The group feature's better. I'm getting so much more done. I'm actually finding more rares because I have more depots accessible. And it's just all around better. You're not confined to barely making any money, having very little depots accessible, unable to join a club. There's a lot of benefits to be had when you level up a little bit. So, speed leveling to level 24, even if you had 200 storage, you will be just fine. That's a promise, okay? You're going to find storage. You're going to be better off because what you're going to do is you're going to join a club and you're going to start trading with those club members. And you're going to have help when you need items or coin or whatever. Well, if you join my club is very active. We all look out for each other. We have a community depot, which allows us to help the members out. So the community depot is basically a depot within our group where everything is free. And if you need something, you take it. And if you don't, you leave it. You can donate to it if you want, or you don't have to. Now, I don't know if anybody else does that. I've mentioned the community depot in my videos, so maybe other people are now doing it. But our group is all about being successful. And my mission is to help people be effective and successful. I'm trying to help people make a good city, not have to spend a bunch of money, win the contest of mayors, and benefit their time, not have to spend 6 years to have a fraction of what you can have in 3 months doing this. I have people, I'm not kidding you, that have been playing for 5, 6, 7, 6 years that have still yet to accomplish what you could accomplish on this guide. Now, what's going to happen when you first win your first round of Mega, when you hit level 22, you're going to buy your first Maxis. What is the Maxis? The Maxis can be found in the Health, Police, or Fire tab. It is a building that provides 100% coverage evenly to all of the homes within its vicinity. Police, health, and fire, all in one building. And there's another benefit. Every 24 hours, it offers you one VU item to purchase. Every 24 hours. Every single person in my group has every single person that follows the Missy's Building Guide has bought 3 or 4 of their Maxis. The first one is 1,000. The second one is 2. The third one is 4. The fourth one and up is 8,000. They have made $15,000 worth of Maxis purchases without having to spend a dime on the contest. And by a dime, I mean they spent the $4.99 for the pass. That's it. Because they were able to win the contest of mayors, because they were able to follow my guide, and because they leveled up to level 24 and they got their epics done, they also have a city that regenerates tokens, gold tokens, every 24 hours. So each and every one of them also has the entire back wall of their city lined with either 3 or 4 pointers for mountain epics or whatever category they chose. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little city tour of a couple of the people that have been following my guide. One of them is CPT. A lot of you guys have already seen his city. But let's check out a couple other cities here. So Sydney, he started playing this city, I want to say 4, maybe 5 months ago. Maybe a little longer, but I don't think so. I think it's about 4 or 5 months old. And he is level 24. He wins all the time. He's actually my first graduate for the Contest of Mayors. He's done excellent. His land is fully 100% unlocked. He recently started designing his map a little bit. This is all 4-pointers here. These are expensive as hell. Okay, they're all platinum key purchases. He's got bridges, water. He's got a ton of cash. He just won Mega this week. And he gives me 2 metal in return. What an asshole. Okay, so he's got all of his shops are maxed out. All of his factories are 5 slots. That's the next thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys. Good thing I didn't forget. So when you get to the point where you're buying your factories, you're going to have the 3-slot factories. Do not buy the 4-slot factories. Try to get your population boosted enough to unlock the 5th-slot factory one. When you click it, you will see that there's basically, hang on. There's basically a population requirement, that's all. So it's 20,000 for the one with 5 slots, and it's 50,000 for the other one with 5 slots. The only difference is one has a pollution square and the other one does not. Make sure that you skip the 4-slot factories and you buy the 5 slots as soon as you're able to. It will help you make money. It will help you with the contest. Now, Rose is level 24. I believe she has hit her max storage and her max land. She has only been playing this city for, let's see, 2 seasons, as you can see here. And this is her first round in Mega. She has her roads set up back here for her red roads, and she's got everything done. Now, some of this stuff is a little bit off because she caught up with my videos a little late, but she's doing excellent. Now, Chris, he's on my channel. He talks on my channel a lot. He's been playing this city, he said, since May. He took June and July off. He has hit max storage and max land. He just recently went up to level 18 and joined the group. And as you can see, he's doing excellent. Okay. Now we've got, let's see here. By the way, if you're trying to get into my group, I have to know who you are before I approve you. I don't just approve anybody. Gee, mini Christmas. Look at all them. I don't know who any of you are. I will not approve you. I need to know who you are. So make sure that you tell me ahead of time, you know, on YouTube or Facebook. Didn't mean to try to... Okay. Make sure that you're not in a group at the time that you submit your application, and make sure that you let me know your city's name. Okay, so we're getting a little high up here in the minute count. We're going to finish up with this video, and I'm going to do part 2. We're almost done, you guys.